Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Darlington Raceway. That is right. We are ready for round number 2 of the playoffs here in the Budweiser All-Pro Series. I am Michael Norman, and we are going to get set for some nighttime racing around the Darlington Raceway, the track too tough to tame. Who's going to be walking away with a Darlington stripe, or better yet, who's going to be walking away with the trophy? As we take a look at the point standings here, we've got a couple of drivers that have fallen out of the round of the playoffs here. Those drivers are Clint Spillman, Charles Buxton, Harrison Ponder, and William Brock. Those 4 drivers have fallen out of the playoffs, unfortunately, after the last week, and even though they may still support the red banner for the playoffs, they are no longer in contention for the championship. Those drivers that still are include our pole sitter. That's twice in a row. Excuse me, that's 3 times in a row. Zach Rogers, and then Roberto Crown Jr., who had won last week at Indianapolis to make sure he moved on to the next round here. Kev Shearer, Trent Dunham, R.J. Bishop, Allie Rain, Chris Dollerton, Dylan Young, Benjamin Miles, Charles Sanford, Matthew Rodriguez, and Stephen Colin are the 12 drivers that have moved on to the next round of the chase. Points have been reset. Zach Rogers and Roberto Crown Jr. both have a 10-point advantage going into this race for their wins in the previous round. So, everybody else is set at 5,500 points. So, if you get a bad finish here, it could almost spell the end of your championship hopes. So, just gotta hope that you finish good and can carry on the points to the round of 8. With that being said, we are now going to go trackside for the opening ceremonies and get this race underway.
Welcome your Grand Marshal from CW Supernatural. In his 15th and final season, here's actor Jensen Ackles. Oh, here we go! Drivers, start your engine!
And there we go. We are getting set for the race here. We're going to be going racing for 37 laps here tonight. Like I said, we got Zach Rogers on the pole. He is out for a mission to prove something here. I'll tell you that much. 37 laps, 12 drivers still in contention. See the 12 and the 10, or excuse me, the 17 and the 10. Front row, good qualifying spot for Rob Evans. Getting ready for the green flag here to start the Southern 500. There it is. Green flag is out. We're underway. Couple of cars scraping the wall a little bit already here as they're heading down off into the treacherous turns 3 and 4 here. Zach Rogers currently leading. 10 car falling back just a little bit. Managed to settle himself in the 5th position as these cars begin to get single file. Zach Rogers out front, Clint Spillman in 2nd, Christina Bell 3rd, Kyle Matthews 4th, Rob Evans back to 5th, Jessica Shelton 6th so far, Kev Shear in 7th, Seth Colton 8th, D99 of Charles Sanford in 9th, and I believe Daniel Voiles rounds out the top 10, as you can see Charles Buxton back there in the 11th position. Most of these cars back here, single file. Dylan Young back here, Ali Rain. These guys have got to get a move on. They don't want to be dead last back here. Neither does Matthew Rodriguez, who already has a lot of damage to the side of that 42 machine. He must have been scraping the wall. Back up here, looking at the 17 of Zach Rogers leading this race. We got a new second place as these guys are leaving Clint Spillman out to dry on the outside lane. Christina Bell really gaining on the 17 of Zach Rogers there, only back by about 2/10. We'll see Zach can get a good run off the corner. Kyle Matthews got a good run off the corner as well into the 77. Will he try to make a move to the inside? It doesn't look like he will. He'll ride in line for the time being. Up off the corner, Zach Rogers going to lead another lap here in the Bojangles Southern 500. Rob Evans moving up here. He had a good strong car. Kind of just was left on the outside lane. Doesn't really have a lot of grip here. You're going to want to run that middle to middle lane, right about how you see them running here, because that's where the grip line is. And that's where a lot of these drivers will get the grip. Down off into turn 2 here. These cars about full throttle here. We have an onboard camera with the 5 of Kyle Matthews. We'll ride on board his car here. See them kind of just gently riding the throttle. Can't really pick up the throttle till they're off the corner. Kyle Matthews coming up to Christina Bell. Going to go to the inside of the 77 right here. And Kyle Matthews is going to take over the 2nd position. And look at the run he's getting on the 17, but had to lift out of the throttle. Christina, man, when you lose one spot, you lose a lot of spots until you're able to find your way in. So here we go. Kyle Matthews now. I don't want to talk about him because I don't want to jinx him. I did it last week at Indianapolis, where I was talking about him having the best qualifying effort he's had this season and starting 2nd, and then immediately was wrecked in turn 2. So I don't really want to talk much about him, but here he is now in 2nd place right behind the 17, and he's got the 10 on his back bumper as well. So far, it seems like a lot of passing has been made in turns 1 and 2, as that is the fastest and I think widest part of the racetrack. We'll see if he's able to catch the back of the 17. We'll see. He's got him right there. He just doesn't quite have the momentum to get around him or to make a move on him. Jessica Shelton up here as well. She's having a good run. And Kev Shear, 2 wins on the season, is having a great run in recent races up here as well. We've had 11 laps of green flag racing here. And so far the 17, excuse me, I should say 10 because they're working lap 11. And Zach Rogers has led all of them so far. I'm not sure when we'll see pit stops, but I'm sure it's going to be soon. '17 still out to the race lead. Kyle Matthews had half of a nose under him. Look at him right here. He is really thinking about it, trying to get some clean air to that 17. Or excuse me, to the 5, to the nose of that 5 Nations Guard Chevrolet. Look at him coming right up at you here. Straight through the corner, off the corner. Kyle just needs to try to make a move and maybe try to outbrake the 17 into the corner. Oh no, okay, here we go. Pit stops happening here. About 13 laps into it. Here comes the 17 and a couple of others down pit road. That's going to turn the lead over to Kyle Matthews. Something has happened to the 37. A header problem for Noah Hart in the 37 has taken him out of the race. Meanwhile, Kyle Matthews leads. He's got Jessica Shelton behind him. Kev Shear behind him, but we should see them coming down pit road this time, and it looks like we will. Looks like everybody is coming down pit road this time by. 47, that's Stephen Colin coming out of pit road. Keeping an eye on the 17. Oh, it'll be the 10 on a pit road, followed by the 24. The 17 lost a little bit of ground there. So this could be Rob Evans' race if he can cycle around to the lead. Hopefully the 5 car does not get held up on pit lane for any reason. Still keeping an eye on the 10 though. We'll see if he passes. There's the 5 right there, and the 10 car is going to pass the 5 for the lead. Here comes the 24 of Seth Cole, going to take over second place. Matthews is going to emerge just in front of the 17 car. He's going to be third. Now the question is, can anybody catch the 10 car? 13 laps on gas for the 10. Should put him coming back down pit road with about 26 to 20, between 26 and 28 laps, on lap 26 to 28. That's when we should see the 10 car back on pit road for what should be the final stop of the race. But we'll see what kind of strategy will be when it happens. 10 car's got about 1 second on the 24. And the gap did increase just a little bit. The 19 car has been the fastest car so far. The 10 car has been a close second. But we'll see if Seth can even try to catch that 10 car. Caught him only 0.04 of a second that time. That's not going to be enough. He's got to really try. He's got to get up there. Seth Cole winless in Season 11 of Budweiser All-Pro. You see the 42 car right behind Seth. That is not for position. That is Matthew Rodriguez running currently in the 37th position. Last car that is still on the racetrack because of the 37's header issues. So that is not good for Matthew Rodriguez. Still keeping an eye on the 10. I'm not sure exactly what it'll mean for Rob Evans if he were to get the win here today. But we're gonna have to keep on looking here and keep on guessing. The 24 just starting to get into the camera shot. 24 has dwindled it down and is now under a second. He's got Matthew Rodriguez right behind him, almost pushing him in a way, giving him the drafting help he needs to try to catch up to the 10, who's all by himself. You can see Matthew Rodriguez has a little bit of damage on the right side of his car, so that means he definitely scraped against another car, possibly on pit road. We'll see what the gap is this time. Back up to a second. It's running about the time. We're about maybe 4 laps shy of when we should see that 10 car back down pit road. Ooh, RJ Bishop back here not doing good. Allie Rain still not doing good back here. Dylan Young back here as well. Trent Dunham and Chris Darlington. The 21 go right underneath the 47 of Stephen Colin. Oh, it is definitely under almost half a second. Almost a half a second right now. 6/10. 6/10 of a second gap between Rob Evans and Seth Cole. But as I stated before, we are getting awfully close to when we should see these cars start coming back down pit road. Now it is pretty much at a half a second. Zach Rogers back here by. Oh, Zach's getting past now. Here comes the 9 of Jessica Shelton and others. They're going to get past the 17. He's going to lose a couple of spots here. All right, we are now in the window of seeing the 10 and possibly the 24 come down pit road this time. Nothing this time for the 10. See if I see anybody else coming down pit road this time. I do not see anybody coming down pit road this time. The longer these guys stay out, the more strategy can be played, as we are at 11 laps to go this time by. There we go. Now we're going to see him come down pit road. The 10 and the 24 coming down pit road this time, while Jessica Shelton will stay out another lap. We'll see if she comes down this time or if she herself stays out more. 10 laps to go. The more they stay out, the less amount of time they got to stay on pit road. She's going to be coming down pit road. So is the 17. But the 5 of Kyle Matthews is going to stay out another lap. Nine laps to go for Kyle Matthews. Henry Sanford being forced to stay out an extra lap because of the 20. That ought to be real interesting. Can this 96 make it back to pit lane? '96 coming to pit road. There is the 10. Back in 26th place. And the 24. Can the cars that are on pit road just take 2 tires and get out? That's going to be the question. Rob Evans could retake this race lead right now. And it looks like he will. And it's going to be by a lot. We've got a bunch of cars 1 lap down, including this one of Trent Dunham, who's right in front of the 10. Cycling back around, the 96 technically still is the leader, followed by the 10. And the 10's going to get around the 1 car with no problem. He's also gotten around the 96 as well. So this is now Rob Evans' race to lose, as he is now far out ahead, at least a full second over Seth Cole. Crossing the line again, everything should update the proper way. Seth Cole 2.5 seconds behind the 10. The 1 and the 42 teammates out of Ganassi Racing are now the only 2 cars 1 lap down. Look at the cars back here. Matthew Rodriguez severely holding up these cars. Seth Cole now stuck up there. Can the 48 make the same move on the 42 going into turn 3? This is going to be all the 10 cars race with the 42 holding up the rest of the field. Four laps to go for Rob Evans. Off of turn number 4. He's still got Trent Dunham right behind him. Playoff driver Trent Dunham, who could be in trouble after this race. Could be in trouble after this, after this race, because he's, is he still dead last? He's 36th out of 38. Well, yeah, because Matthew Rodriguez is. RJ Bishop in 35th place, not doing any better here. Now the 48's going to get around the 42, and the 42's been stuck to the outside of the racetrack. Look at this line of cars that the 42 held up. I mean, we need a caution at this point to even get the field back up, but it's too late now. Coming to get the white flag is the 10 of Rob Evans. He came so close to winning earlier in the season. So close to getting himself locked up into the chase. Unfortunately, he couldn't get the job done. But this time, in a league all of his own, going through turns 3 and 4, for the final time, off of turn number 4, Rob Evans is going to see the checkered flag, and he wins the Southern 500. Absolutely incredible run for that number 10. You're going to look back here as you see the rest of these drivers finishing up. Keep an eye on the 51 here. As he crosses the line to end the race, we're going to go watch the 10 do his burnouts and go to victory lane here at Darlington. And here he is, Rob Evans, celebrating his victory here at Darlington. The Bojangles Southern 500 goes to Rob Evans, and look at him burning it down. Congratulations to Rob Evans. Oh, almost spinning it out to hit the wall. But there he goes. Heading on down, saluting the fans. Makes the turn onto pit road. Congratulating. Here's victory lane, and he's going to be making the hard left turn, U-turn, right into victory lane. Let's go get the official race results. And welcome back. The 10 car now celebrating with his team in victory lane here at Darlington. Here's the official race results you see here. Rob Evans, Cody Lamas, Jessica Shelton, Kev Shear, Benjamin Miles, Alex Tanker, Seth Cole, William Brock, Zach Rogers, Clint Spillman. As we're going to keep going through here, going to take a quick photo. There we go. Of the points, or of the finishing order, so I can do the points afterwards. That rounds out your top 10. Now here we go. Coming down here, you got Nick Gunther, Kyle Matthews, Nathan Orman, Charles Buxton, James Qualls, Stephen Colin, Stephen Pollard, Roberto Crown Jr., Jonathan Zorline. Where are we at here? Here we go. Charles Sanford, Levi McIntyre, Henry Sanford, Harrison Ponder, Cole Deaver, Dylan Young, Chris Dollarton, Sky Collins, Dylan Poteet, Christina Bell, Zachary Fitzwater, Daniel Voiles, Samet Oskin, Allie Rain, Charlie Buxton, RJ Bishop rounds out the cars that are on the lead lap. And then Trent Donovan and Matthew Rodriguez, the only two drivers to finish off the lead lap. And then Noah Hart, the only driver to retire out of this race with the header issue. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the Budweiser All-Pro Series at Darlington. Next week we saddle up and head on over to Richmond International Raceway, because that's where we're going back short check racing under the lights, and it's going to be a very fun one there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations are in order once again to Rob Evans as he celebrates in victory lane with his crew. My name is Michael Norman, the official voice of the Budweiser All-Pro Series, and I say, until we meet again.